Hi, my name is Phil. I like to talk about politics. In this video, I'd like to discuss the return of our first and most brainless Brexit secretary, and there was some stiff competition for that accolade, let me tell you, David Davis, and how he has offered up the most brain-meltingly moronic argument for Brexit yet. But first, if you'd like to be notified of daily news and politics, then please subscribe to the channel and click the bell notification icon. So David Davis, who is the guy who tried to go to the wrong country for his Brexit negotiations all those years ago and didn't take any papers with him to the talks once he actually made it to the right part of the world. He's bounced back onto the scene again after going quiet for a while. And if you're wondering why it is that these Brexit architects keep fading into the background and then coming back again, well, it's all pretty simple. It's to avoid blame. When their insane schemes look like coming to fruition, they fade away so that the consequences are pinned on the people in the limelight at the time. When it looks like sanity might prevail and we're going to move away from that path, then they come back to say how great that path actually will be. Now, we were looking very much like exiting the EU without a deal until recently. This was on the cards ever since Boris Johnson swept to power on a promise to do just that. So what we were looking at was a scenario where at the end of 2020, we'd be leaving the transition period with nothing in place and, well, the financial meltdown that would occur in 2021. So David Davis kept his head down. Now it looks almost certain that the UK government will have to extend the transition period. They don't seem to be that insane. He feels like he can pop back up again to say how great a no-deal Brexit would still be, even with the current crisis. And in doing so this time, he's offered up what I think is actually the dumbest reason yet. So recently, it has been quite remarkable. I've already done one video on this, how Brexit supporters have been pointing out how the current COVID crisis is proof of how great Brexit actually is. They say that our no-deal preparations, for example, are actually helping us to prepare for this crisis that we're being overwhelmed with right now. They don't, of course, and when you ask what no-deal preparations are they actually talking about that are helping us, they fall strangely silent. No surprise, really, because there are no no-deal preparations. Yes, there have been billions of pounds spent on them, but where are they? No one knows. And what seems to be completely lost on them is just how much they're likening Brexit to an apocalyptic global crisis, and they seem to think this makes Brexit a great idea. Isn't Brexit marvellous? It's just like the biggest global threat to humanity in living memory. But David Davis has gone one further. He has suggested that we should still not extend the transition period, and his reasoning is priceless. He said, and I'd better quote this, "The unfortunate COVID-19 events will mean that cross-border traffic will be depressed and customs will be more able to handle the traffic." Now think about what he's saying here. So first of all, it's a frank admission that Brexit would have overwhelmed our customs arrangements and we would not have been able to cope with the border checks. All this nonsense about technology or even just not implementing checks, all out of the window. And then he says that our customs will be more able to handle the traffic. Not easily able to handle it, just more able. That means it still won't be able to cope all that well. Just it will be a lot easier than if we had a normal level of trading going on. You know, the normal level of trading, which at the moment has meant an economy that's flatlined. So not even enough trading. Much lower than that apparently is good. Another implication of what he's saying is that the effects of Brexit upon our trade are the equivalent of a worldwide pandemic, the likes of which almost none of us have ever seen in our lives, in terms of its devastating impact on the economy. He's literally saying that at a time when the arse is going to fall out of the world's economy, that trade is going to be drastically scaled back. And remember just how much that we import. We've shown that with our panic buying, just how much is imported that we can't replenish immediately on the shelves. We can eventually. After a no-deal Brexit, we won't be able to. So remember just how much we're importing, as well as exporting to be able to make our money. And apparently this is a great time to pursue a further economy trashing measure like Brexit. It is no wonder that Dominic Cummings called him as thick as mince. Fortunately, David Davis is no longer anywhere near the reins of power now. He's just another in a long line of Brexit grifters like Nigel Farage, who will be aiming to make money from the misery of others. Unfortunately, I'm not entirely sure just how much more intelligent those who do hold the reins of power are. So I hope you found the video interesting. If you did, don't forget to click the like button. And if you'd like to support the channel further, then please also click the Patreon link for details. And until next time, I'll see you later.